Hello, beautiful souls. Hello, Instagram. Hello, everybody who is seeing me, who will be seeing me live, or who will watch the replay. My name is Satya Magdalena, and I am here to come live with my weekly tarot reading as every week. So this week I'm coming live. Not on Monday as usual. Normally you could expect my weekly tarot reading lives here on Monday to start off the week. But today is Wednesday and I'm here in a completely random time. So I guess my first message for this week from the tarot, from the universe, because when we do the tarot readings, when I convey those weekly messages for you through those cards, then it is not about the cards as such, but those cards are the tool to bring forth messages from the universe. And from the universe, what does it mean to you besides a nice spiritual word or receiving messages from the universe? When you receive messages from the universe, you receive messages from your own soul, and heart. So tarot, why I use tarot, is because tarot is the mandala of the soul. Tarot is the language of the human life and the universe, and this whole beautiful human journey where we need to bring together our material manifestation, this body, this personality, those persona that we are, that we portray ourselves to be, the shadows that we have, our psyche, all of that human experience that as seekers, as people on a spiritual path already, people who are conscious, at least to some extent, know it's not real. We do know that I am not my feelings, my body, my thoughts. I am something else. And that something else is that other part, that spirit, the spirit realm, the soul. So the immortal soul and the mortal human being. So this is what the tarot as a system, as this mandala of life, the mandala of the human soul and universe really brings together. So when I take that deck, then it is literally that. I am conveying messages from your soul to your soul, from your immortal soul. And what your immortal soul wants you to do and to have, my love, is to flourish, to bloom, to share your talents, to be out there just as you are. Your soul wants you to be yourself, just as you are in each moment, with your divinity and your human messiness, all of it. So my first message to all of you today for this weekly tarot reading is spontaneity. Spontaneity and the balance and harmony between the structure and order in our lives and the spontaneous flow where we allow life to carry us, and where we follow not what is predetermined, even by the structure that we create for ourselves, and we do create those structures for ourselves out of different reasons, but foremost, and I very much hope so, and I very much put it in your heart to do so, if you build structures for yourself, routines, order in your life, make sure you do it out of love. You do it because it makes your life better, because it makes you feel better, because it makes you strive, because it makes you satisfied, because that allows you to heal. This is the only reason really to have the structures and orders in our lives, the practices, dedication. We do need that. It's essential. We need to commit to ourselves, to our craft, to our body, because the body needs to be healthy. We need to commit to our healing because our heart wants to expand, wants to be open, wants to love freely. That's why we are here for. And then at the same time, we need to have the flow, the freedom, the full-on spontaneity. Just going on how we feel in that day, doing what we want, going with the flow. So this week I had a birthday as well, yesterday. It was an incredible day. I spent it with friends. It was full of love. It ended up with a most incredible night-long ceremony. I was burning flowers in the back, little forest in the back of my house. It was a beautiful ritual, and this week really demanded of me of letting go of some things, including the Monday tarot reading. So here I am today, committing to my craft, committing to you guys who are there. Hello, by the way, I'm so happy you have joined. Hi. Hello. So with that maybe a little bit lengthy introduction, I go straight on to the more personalized messages. So that message was for all of us, for all of us, as a beautiful reminder. And now continuing to more personal messages, and for receiving a more personal message, what I invite you to do is very simple. I have 3 decks of beautiful tarot cards in front of me. One of those decks was in work in the night ceremony that I had, so it's beautifully loaded with love, magic and synchronicity. But all the other decks were also on the altar, so don't be biased. I won't tell you which deck was was in work during the ceremony more than other decks, so you could make your choice without predisposition. So choose your deck. I will show you the decks also, so you could better feel into. And if you are here on Instagram live with me now, watching me now, or if you watch a replay on YouTube or wherever later, if you want to, then please feel free to write in the comment which deck you choose, because it helps you to interact. Because it's not one-way traffic what we are doing here. It's not me conveying you the message and you are just being the passive recipient. No, you are choosing your deck. You are there with your full consciousness, freedom and awareness, choosing to receive that message. So if you interact with me, if you choose to comment, like I choose that deck, that deck, then that helps that two-way traffic, and that might, if you feel so, it might help you to, kind of more fully trust your choice and also more fully receive your message. And also, when I have conveyed the messages, when you have heard the message, I would be so happy and so grateful if you would take a bit of time, again, if you feel so, of course, take a bit of time to share with me. How did it resonate? How did it talk to you? How did it touch you or not? That would really help me also improve my craft for the future. So your feedback is highly appreciated. Thank you in advance. But now to the messages. to the cards. So this time, deck number 1 will be this beauty. Ooh, which already gave a message out. A moment. Yeah. So, leaving that one right here on the top for now. So showing you this deck again. This is a beautiful ancient Egyptian symbology deck. So if you choose that one, this is a deck number 1. Deck number 2 today is that one. That little beauty that is, for really practical reasons, has been the deck that I carry with me. It's just because it's small and it's the lightest, the smallest and the lightest. So I like my bag, which oftentimes includes a computer, I like it to be light. So that is the deck that is a deck that has definitely traveled the most with me. So number 2 would be that blue deck. And number 3, if you choose number 3, another choice for you is that one. That is also, they are all special decks. All my decks are special, to be honest. I'm not using not special decks anymore. Or, well, maybe I never had, actually. I never have. So, this is number 3. This dark blue, deep purple deck. So make your choice. Number 2. Alrighty. Thank you for writing. It's beautiful to interact with you while you are watching. So number 3. So when you have made your choice, whether you have written it in a comment or not, just take a breath. And ask yourself, what does my soul want to tell me right now? My dear soul, I am open to receive your message. Please guide me into love, freedom, peace, and harmony. Honoring yourself with your breath as well, because the breath and the soul, they are connected. When you are breathing the life force, you are breathing your immortal soul, the ether, at the same time. So it's a beautiful way to connect. Yeah. So, here we go. Number 1. Number 1. Wow, this is interesting, because first this deck, one card already fell out that I didn't pick up. And now when I started to shuffle the deck, I did it on the other direction than I normally do. So if you chose that deck, number 1, then be ready, maybe, for the kind of message that you might not be expecting to hear, or you might not find it logical. Then just trust. Trust that the universe will reveal the meaning to you. And the universe has spoken. So, if you chose deck number 1, then my darling, you are in your full power. You are in your full creative power. And that creative power is waiting for you to manifest it. That creative power is there, it's bubbling, it's burning. So this is the Ace of Wands. This is one of the most high energy cards in the whole tarot deck. After the Sun of the major arcana, which is the most high energy, pure solar energy, the Ace of Wands is the second most high energy deck, because, my darling, that is pure fire. So when we were talking about before, as this introduction and message for everybody, I was talking about the communion, the harmony, coexistence, the unity of your body, of your ego, and your soul and your spirit. Then that card is precisely, that is the fire of your heart. That is your passion that makes you go out into that world and feel alive. Feel that I know why I'm here for, or I know what I want to do. I know what I enjoy doing the most. I know what I want to create, and I go and I create it. I put my creative power straight into practice. Now, this is the ace, right? So the ace is always a beginning. As I said, it is a potential waiting to be manifested. It's not manifest yet. However, what I would like you to remember, deeply take into your heart from this message right now, is that if you feel lack, if you feel that there is something missing in order for you to be creative, to use your talents, to use your creative power in this world, to go and love with open heart, to be passionate, to be fiery, to allow your soul to burn. As I said in the beginning, that's what your soul is here for, to burn in a bright flame in this life. Your soul fire wants to manifest. So if you have the feeling that you are lacking something, or you are not ready, or you don't have the proper circumstances, or you are not healed enough, or whatever, then take a deep breath in and know that you have got always everything inside you. And although this is a potential and it is not manifested yet, it doesn't mean that you are lacking anything. It means the opposite. It means that you have all the possibilities, all the windows, all the doors to walk in open before you. Your soul can do anything. Your soul is immortal. Your soul fire just wants to burn, and it wants you to find ways to do it. So what I want to tell you, darling, if you chose that deck, do something. Maybe you are already really, manifesting your passion and your creative potential. But if not, then start from somewhere. And if you are, then continue and maybe do something new, because there is something that wants to be born. The energy is high and it needs to set on fire, right? So go out there, darling, share your talents, rule the world, be the girl or boy on fire. This girl is on fire. You know that song? Be that one. Or if you are a man, then, be the man, because the man is also fiery in our soul as children, as the creative potential, as the creative beings, as creators. We are all the same, So go there with your open heart and put your talents, put your creative power, put your love, put your passion into action, one way or another. And if you feel that you are far from it, then just make a small step. Make a small step. take coloring pencils, start drawing something, do something, you know, and see how it makes you feel differently, how it makes your soul feel good, how your soul thanks you, feeling the satisfaction of being creative, being alive, being passionate. Second message, second deck. If you chose that one, my most traveled deck. Then a message for you is coming right up. There we go. Oh goodness. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. You beautiful being. You have had some disappointments. You have had some hard times emotionally. You have maybe felt recently that your relationships have not been quite as satisfactory as you would want to. There might have been some kind of conflicts, inner and outer, and you haven't been feeling that, you know, satisfied and well emotionally. Well, now is time. Now is time to move on. And since that card is out, it actually says that you already have moved on. So no matter what there was, no matter what happened or didn't happen, you have moved on. Your soul is ready. Your heart is ready to be happy, and to be happy about small things. So this is the Six of Cups. This is the kind of card you can also see here. These are the two children. You know, they are holding each other, like just being there for each other. They have flowers there in their hands. So this is this kind of making peace with everybody, with yourself, with maybe expectations, disappointments, whatever there has been, just making peace and finding this ability to feel joy and to feel gratitude for simple things. You know, for example, if you are longing for a romantic relationship and it's not coming, or you are looking for better friendships and you have not been quite satisfied, or you want more out of your relationship that you have, either a romantic one or some other, then the message for you is to notice what is good, to notice what is all right, and to notice where you have beautiful connections, beautiful feelings, beautiful things out of small things already now. Because when we are disappointed and when something that is important for us is either not working out, especially in relationships, and we are here with the Suit of Cups, we are in the realm of emotions, in the realm of sensitivity, sensuality, relationships, all that. So that is a sensitive field, because that is, you know, so close to our heart, that is so intimate. So if we do feel that something is lacking and something is not satisfying us, then it's really easy to miss out the things that actually are good, that actually are there, that actually do give us the satisfaction. I bring you an example. I bring you a personal example. So I have been doing a lot of healing around men and relationships in my life in general, but for this past month in particular. And yesterday was my birthday, so And when we have birthday, it's always kind of really clearing the old and birthing into the new, and it's a symbolic start of a new year for you. So I have been doing a lot of that work, and I have in my life experienced a lot of pain, a lot of disappointment, a lot of abuse, a lot of violence from men, betrayal, you name it. There has been a lot. My relationship history is a pretty wounded one. But then at the same time, I have hell lot of amazing, beautiful experiences. I have so many situations, so many moments in my life, so many men in my life who have carried me on their hands, literally or metaphorically, who have helped me, who have held me, who have guided me, who have been there for me, who have received healing and teaching from me, because it's always a two-way traffic. So what I have been feeling and doing within myself is really celebrating and giving tribute to all those beautiful moments, even the things that seem like small ones. For example, someone is helping you to carry your bag from the supermarket, or someone is helping you to move your house, or someone is there to have your phone call. This seem like small things, or simply you share food with somebody, or you just ask how are you, out of caring. And these kind of small things, they are there. But when we have those big pains, then we tend to sometimes on our healing journey to focus on that so much that we miss what is good. So my message for you, love, is notice the small things. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't make changes if there is a relationship that doesn't work for you. If there is a workplace in which you feel emotionally not valued, not well, you move on, of course, make your decisions. But for now, in order to do it, in order to have the empowerment, the inner empowerment, the clarity, the courage to do it, nourish yourself with small pleasures, small satisfactions, small things to be grateful for. Allow that self to you. Focus on that. Notice that. And enjoy the fact that energy is moving again. The water gets moving again. Nicely. Yeah. So joy of small things. That actually not so small. Because the small things make the big picture. And our whole life. Alrighty, number 3. If you chose that deck, and welcome everybody who is joining in. You can watch the replay after if you didn't see from the beginning. It will also be on YouTube. Wow! So, deck number 3. Wow! Oh, now that's big. That's big. Honey, I don't know. Oh goodness. It's not even 2, it's 3 cards that came out from that deck for you. I try to be as short as possible and make the message concise, because the crazy thing is they are all major arcana cards. Which means that I am not talking to you about small things that are relate only to that week. But your soul, you as a human being, are going through a major change. You are birthing into your starlight. That's what you are literally doing. So when we started with the Ace of Wands, that is all about the creative potential waiting to be manifesting, waiting for you to go and share your talents, to be creative, to be passionate. Then this one is literally a transformation. So, the 3 cards. First of all, the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is a challenging and essentially necessary archetype and energy to embody on your journey of the soul on this planet. Because we are social beings, we are emotional beings, and we are meant to connect. We are meant to love and be loved. We are meant to exchange touches, hugs, words, creation, all of it. Now the Hermit, however, is the archetype that in a way allows us to do it. Because in order to really, really connect to others, to connect to life, to do it being yourself. Because your soul wants you to be yourself. And this is the biggest lesson ever that we are learning in this life. Now the Hermit is the archetype that is good with aloneness, of being alone. The aloneness is not loneliness for him. He knows himself, he knows his inner light, and he doesn't need approval from the outside. It requires at some point deeply going within, being on your own, and even resisting the temptation to reach out. Although it's important to reach out and to connect, then there are also the moments where you need to not seek the light from outside but from inside and go through your shadows on your own. So now Hermit is the basis for your message. So those qualities of knowing, and that gives you this deep knowing of who you are, all right? So knowing who you are enables you to move further on your path as a soul incarnated on this planet, to share your gifts, to share your talents, to relate, to know your ideas, to know just all of it. And when you move on your path, you build an ego. And it is not a bad thing, because we need the ego, the persona, because we relate through that. I am sitting here, my name is Satya Magdalena. This is how I am, this is how I relate to you. I need that ego, that persona, it's not a bad thing. However, there are moments on our journey where we need to let go everything that we have identified ourselves with. Even the name, for example. My name is Satya Magdalena. All right. What does that mean? Who am I if I am that? How many concepts or ideas do I have around who I am? Because here, finding your inner light, that gives you that independency, that sovereignty of knowing who you are, following your inner light, not being dependent on the outside. Now, at some point, however, the ego builds itself into kind of a tower that makes you feel good, that has been your fortress in a way, right? Because we need to have the sense of security that comes from the inside, the sense of security. I know who I am, I am self-confident, I am not afraid to come forth as I am, to express myself as I am, to ask what I need, all these kind of things, to be ambitious, everything, it's necessary. However, at some point we get too identified with some qualities or traits of ourselves. Our personas or ego gets like too fixed, too stiff. And then it's not serving the soul anymore, but it's serving its own purpose. And then the tower comes in, you see, and the tower falls. So this is the ego tower that needs to fall. And it might feel like a difficult place to be. It might not feel good, you know, because it's not calm. It's not like, oh, okay, my ego tower is falling, it goes piece by piece nicely. No, it's like a lightning strikes, you know, and you might feel like in the middle of the chaos and everything is falling apart. Then honey, know that all you need to do is bring your focus on your third eye, into your heart, into your body. Forget the mind, forget the concepts. Allow yourself not to know. Allow yourself the I don't know, and stay present, stay centered, stay there, and know that you are in the middle of transformation that takes you literally to your starlight. So you who chose the deck number 3, you have 3 major arcana cards, and what they tell you is, don't forget who you are. You have known who you are. You have known your inner light. This is the basis for you. The ego-free basis to know your real inner light. Beyond your shadows. Beyond what you want to be, or what anybody else wants you to be, or what you think you should be or could be. And now everything that you have built up that has been good for you, but in one way or another it has come to inhibit, not to support you. It needs to let go. It needs to scatter. It needs to demolish. Okay? So allow that to happen. Be there, because you are guided to your starlight. Now your starlight means that you are in tune, that you have the connection with your higher being. About sharing your talents, the star is precisely that. It's on the higher level. It's literally, if I use this beautiful sentence as a metaphor, you are bringing your starlight to the ground. And I'm a poetess, so I like to speak a bit poetically. We all have our star. And although the stars, if you look at the night sky, this marvelous night sky, the stars, they look the same, but they are not. They are in different constellations. For example, yesterday I was looking at the Orion in the night sky. The Orion was beautifully, I was shown that in the night sky. The Orion, it was beautifully built out. So there are stars in the Orion, there are stars in the big chariot, there are stars in one or another constellation. And if you know about astrology, you know how the constellations are, it gives a special flavor, a special connotation, a special aspect or accent to your being, to your starlight, and how you need to bring that to the ground. Now, in this one, the tower is just right before that, so you allow everything that is not you, that is not supporting you anymore, to fall apart, and trust that this process is for the higher good. It's for your star to shine through. And what is amazing literally is that you don't have only the tower, but you actually have the star as well. They came together. And you also know that the basis is this hermit quality energy of I know who I am. And I'm friends with my aloneness. That is how I connect to my soul. And now the star, in order to shine, in order for it to shine through, it's related directly to the water bearer astrology sign. And it means that your water energy channels, your emotions, they need to be clean. So you wouldn't have like too much of mind chat and mind blah 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 in between you and your starlight, because when we have when we are emotionally unhealed, then our mind creates many stories around how things should be, and we are not really, fully in peace. But for the starlight to shine through, it shines through our heart, our emotional being, because after the tower has fallen, after the what is not us has gone away, then we find ourselves in this soft heart space, grateful for life, seeing the stars in the night sky, seeing the majesty of the sky that we maybe didn't notice before. And now you are ready, my darling, to shine. You are ready to see your stars and bring their light to the ground. So if the tower experience is now still dominant for you, then just know that it will pass. It will pass, and the stars will shine ever brighter. Oh, Ita, thank you, Gaia. Thank you for being here. I understand what you have just said. I relate to this. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you. Your feedback is really precious. I'm really happy to hear. I'm really happy to hear how you relate and what touches you. So thank you for that. Yes. So that is it for this week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being with me. I send you a lot of love. Be blessed. See you next week, if not sooner.